Hey guys, I'm back and I wanted to show you this Corvette that I finished and let you know what a struggle it's been. Man, I've had cars try to kick my butt before, but this one really did it. I think I explained before about trying to fit everything together with the having the hard top, that needs the deck painted underneath. That and the fact that I had to shorten the interior tub to put the wheel tubs in, so there was no locating device, no way to locate the interior tub in the body. And when it came to final assembly, it really gave me fits. But I did some trimming on the inner wheel wells in the front at the lower part of it, and I managed to get it all together. It's kind of jammed together and pinned. I wouldn't want to have to take it apart and put it back together, but it is together. And the paint, this sounds like a standard procedure for me, but the paint didn't come out the way I wanted it. My intention was to do it in the Mr. Color Super Italian Red. I know you can't really see what it is, but is a really bright red. And I had it in gray primer and wanted to put it over white, so I put a little white base over it, and it really wasn't covering, so I ended up shooting it with a coat of silver for a base. And then when I put the red on, I didn't have enough paint. I was so pissed. I ran out of, I got like, started going, I got two coats probably on it, and I had nothing left. And I had thinned it out already. So what I did is I took some of that clear and those mica powders that I have and mixed up some red and some, actually even put a little bit of pearl in it. But what happened there was I had too much of the powder in, and it wouldn't spray right through the airbrush. I mean, it sprayed, but it was a lumpy, kind of orange peely lumpy mess. So after I got it sprayed, I thought, well, I'll wet sand it and then clear it, which is what I did. And when I was handling the body, I dropped it and broke the windshield post again. So if you remember, this car, when it came out of the box, this side post was broke. So I kind of needed the hard top to hold it all into place while the other side broke. So I glued that back together and I bare metal foiled it and got the hard top on. Long story short, I got it together. It's not what I wanted, but I was telling myself I really didn't like it, but now it's kind of starting to grow on me. Um, the stance isn't exactly what I wanted. I like it a little lower in the front, but in reality, a super stock car would sit like that. So it's not too bad. The wheels are probably the worst part because they're the homemade resin castings that I made, and I didn't have a good mold. The back ones were okay, but I should have done more prep with the paint. I wanted to do chrome border with gold centers. So the chrome, I think, because I didn't do enough prep, the chrome didn't come out good on the back wheels. And the front wheels were very rough to begin with. I'm just kind of trying to use them up. But like I said, it's not bad. I mean, the hood opens like it's supposed to. That was another thing, putting it together. You don't see the inner wheel wells there, inner fender wells, but I had to trim the bottoms of them, so you never see it when it's together. And that engine is the kit engine with a resin carburetor that I had laying around. And I don't normally do the panel liner, but this time I put panel liner in the headlight doors and the door openings. I think it helped. I think it looks okay. And the grill, all my work in the grill, you can't even see it, but I opened that all up, stripped it, sanded the mold lines smooth, and used that SMS chrome paint on it. That's one of the better parts of it. Underneath, as I said before, it's a little crude, but overall not that bad. I can live with it. It's not my best work, not my worst. I was thinking it was my worst, but now that it's finished, I don't really think so. And I did some dry brushing on the letters, the Corvette letters there, and on the gas tank door I did dry brushing on that. I dry brushed the letters on the hood and the front there. Sorry for the shaky camera work here. The interior, we broke a wheel. Oh well, I'll have to put that back. Maybe I can glue it back together. I have more, if not. Anyway, I was saying you don't see much of the interior, so it doesn't have a whole lot of detail. Can't even really see the roll cage. All my struggle to get a roll cage in there, and you don't even see it. But I know it's there. And next projects, I started this. I'm trying to make this not a long video, but it's going to end up a little longer than I wanted. Working on another Warren Johnson Pro Stock car. So what I did is I took a Chevy Cavalier Promo body. I cut the hood out. I'm changing the Cavalier into an Olds Forenza. I did one of these once before and I didn't do it quite right, so I'm trying to do better this time. So I built all this up with styrene. I'm going to sculpt it. Cut this out for the extra headlights and, you know, a little bit of reshape in there. Back end, I filled in the tail lights. I got to fill in a little more. The real cars are supposed to be just a license plate opening there, so I got to fill some more there. And I'm going to put the Oldsmobile tail lights. I have to cut them down. A little bit more styrene on here to reshape that. And I made the roll cage. I'm not finished with it, but this one I'm actually proud of the roll cage. Usually I think they suck because usually everything's, you know, I can't make two sides the same and nothing square, but this one really worked out nice. I'm not sure why, but I'm not complaining. I got a few more bars to put in, and I have the chassis shortened. It's probably hard to pick up on the camera, but right here I cut it, drilled it, pinned it, you know, shortened it, put it back together. So that's one project. And I also started cleaning up the bench here since I finished the Corvette. The other project, I don't think I showed this yet, is my failed resin body. I'm going to make a topless Nova, like a bracket car, super gas, something like that. So what I did, I piled a bunch of parts in here when I was cleaning up the bench. But I also used one of my resin 66 Nova Pro Street frames, and I built a funny car cage. So that's going to go, when it goes together, everything did fit, so hopefully it still does. Yeah, that's going to go together like that. And it'll get a clear windshield here. And we'll have a hood. Hood and a scoop. I'm not sure what scoop's going to be on it yet. Not sure what wheels and tires. But so I got enough to keep me busy. And I used this Pro Stock seat that actually fits. I built the cage around the seat so it all fits. And I think that's about it. And I did notice that I'm at 1,000 subscribers, maybe a little bit over now, but can't remember the guy's name to point it out. But the man who was my 1,000th subscriber sent me a message and said that he got me to 1,000. So thanks for doing that. And you know, it's not a real big deal for me. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not, even if I'm to the point of being paid, I'm not going to take it because I don't want to deal with the tax situation for the little bit of money that it's going to make, and I do it for fun. So, you know, that's not that I don't need the money. I can always use it, but it's just not worth it for the little bit, because I know YouTube doesn't pay much unless you have like a gazillion subscribers, which is never going to happen for me. So that's my story. That's my projects, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I have another update in another week or two.